And welcome back, everybody, to the Hope server with TJ the Obscure. I need to get rid of this wool. So many things to do. I didn't realize he blocked this off. I don't think. Who put the ladders there? Huh. This is something I need to work on, is the staircase down to my nether portal, as well as this room, which has my very first cobblestone generator that I never use, because I was thinking worldborder, oh my gosh, we're going to run out of cobble. That will never ever happen. Ever. So last episode, we kind of stopped the episode. Last episode, the episode stopped the episode. Abruptly episode ended episode. Speak, Tyler. Speak. Let the words flow freely from your frothy mouth. Because I have rabies? I don't know. Feeling a little... feeling a little silly this morning. Although it's not really morning, it's like noon. But I just woke up. So... yeah, last episode ended kind of abruptly because I had a lot more footage than I thought I did. So this episode I'm going to include the rest of that footage of me working on the outside and stuff. And let's see here. And then we'll also do a little bit of work, just some things that I want to talk about. Some things that I would like to chat about. This is like usually where I block myself off when I go AFK. My little hole. Doesn't really have a purpose other than that, right? And then I can still see people too. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to the footage that I previously had. And welcome back, everybody. Ooh, man, I've been hard at work. So much to do, so little time to do it in. That seems a little dark right there. I really need to get this whole area kind of in order. I think originally I was planning on having the outside waterfall come in here and having like a little I don't know, peaceful waterfall type thing going on. And the floor isn't done, but I have, you know, most of this finished now. At least as far as just the general outline of the room goes. I am, of course, going to decorate a little bit, change things up here and there. Just add some nice things to spruce it up. Take care of the lighting. I'll probably add a bit more of glowstone. I started doing the glass pattern. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I mean, I like that it's like, whoa, you know, you can see straight down to the bottom. The leaves kind of give the same effect, but and I couldn't quite figure out the exact pattern I wanted to go with. So, anyways, we have this done, but of course, when you step outside, because that looks pretty decent, but when you I haven't actually looked out here, so I don't know how bad it looks. But when you step outside, yeah, you know, there's some obvious issues. Bits and pieces of my house are poking out. There's just like random holes, that kind of stuff. Redstone out in the open. Surprisingly, while I was building that, I had the whole room open for most of the time, and I was only attacked once by a zombie, and then another time when everything was closed off, a creeper snuck in through the back. But I managed to avoid both of those attacks. So anyways, what I'm going to do now is try to transform this part of my base looking into something like this on the outside. And again, eventually the whole thing, well, minus where Gina kind of started to build her base, but pretty much this whole side and like all this area over here is going to be, I guess, kind of like I built a castle or a fortress or something out of the mountain. So that's what I'm going to work on next, is trying to make this look decent. And I'm going to try to blend it into the existing landscape, of course. Alright. Or at least the shape, not you know, I'll take out most of the dirt and the sand, but the shape I'm going to try to maintain. Anyways, I figured while I was working, most of my potatoes were able to grow. And you know how much I love my potatoes. And I don't think I've ever done a full... And this isn't completely... There's still a couple of layers, or like one layer that hasn't been planted. I figured we would test it out, though. I haven't... Things just keeps getting messed up. So I haven't had a really good, successful... You know, everything falls down the way it should. So I figured we would go ahead and try that out. And I'm still not sure if I just want to... I think I just want to keep the redstone out the way it is. Just have the button here. Alright, good. Good. It is raining potatoes. Keep raining those potatoes. Alright. Very nice. I think that's it. One thing I'm still concerned about is the very top, which is what the redstone that you saw outside is all about. I like how the water comes down like that. I think that looks pretty cool. And then it should be coming. There it is. Very nice. Let's collect our rewards. I'm wondering if I should put like hoppers down here in the middle to just collect the potatoes. I don't know. I don't mind doing this. Pretty easy to grab them all, if you ask me. Okay. That's a lot of... Oh, what did I do? I just realized I'm playing on, like, minimal screen. Or whatever, my screen was not maximized. So yeah, that's quite a few potatoes. And the other thing that I was going to do is make the bottom two layers sugarcane and cactus farms. Once we get a hold of those. I guess I should probably farm my vines. I guess that's another thing that I want to do is put vines in here somewhere. I also don't think I ever showed off the glowstone. It just kind of spirals up and then it meets here to kind of signify here's the main entrance exit kind of thing. And I still need to finish all the little offshoots so that you can get to the various levels. I dug this one out because I kept having issues with... Oh, hi. And yeah, I don't care about the potatoes that we lose here and there. It's fine. I kept having issues, I think, with this layer or that layer. Anyways, let's go check out the top and see how many of them actually made it down to the bottom, if any. Oh, it looks like all of them did. Good, good. So it's actually it's actually working as intended. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So happy. Potatoes, potatoes. I swear I just saw a name tag. Oh, it's so freaky whenever that happens. Boop, I guess I should go back up here and... Are you serious? Make me waste 2 ender pearls. Go back up here and plant some more and eat some raw potato, because that's always good. I was reading about, you know, I like to cook quite a bit. I recently made, if I have any European, well, not that only Europeans are going to eat these, but if I have any European viewers, I recently made macarons, I think is how you pronounce it. There's macaroons, which are with coconut, and then there's macarons. I'm probably, yeah, slaughtering that pronunciation, but I love to bake and stuff, but apparently these are like really, really hard cookies to make. And you know me, I like a good challenge. Where's my exit at? Oh. So I tried them. I made coconut macaroons, and those turned out pretty good. And then I did the macarons. I made chocolate macarons with chocolate ganache in the middle. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. But yeah, anyways, you know how I love to cook. I was actually reading, because I left mayonnaise. I don't know. There's a lot of people who dislike mayonnaise. My wife, like, she hates all condiments pretty much. She'll occasionally do ketchup on French fries, and that's it. And then sweet and sour sauce. And that's about it. Which I can't do sweet and sour sauce. I don't know. But, so I'm sorry if I'm grossing you out with my mayonnaise talk, but I left the mayonnaise out all night. And this is like commercial mayonnaise. It's not homemade or anything. And so I was like, you know, is it safe to eat this? And pretty much what I understood is that, yes, most of the time when people get food poisoning from things like potato salad. It's not from the mayonnaise, it's actually from the potatoes. Potatoes, I guess, are really pretty dangerous stuff, or can be. I mean, I kind of knew that about raw potatoes, but even cooked potatoes apparently can spoil just really quickly. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. How exciting is this, watching me plant potatoes? Anyways, pretty good, pretty good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get started a little bit on the work outside, and then I will be back with you to show you my progress. And I have another little story that I wanna share. So I'll be right back with you. Oops, sorry, I lied. I'm still planting potatoes. Oh, did I bring my thing with me? Oh, there it is. Okay. I just made a diamond hoe. Just because. These ones keep getting messed up from the squid, so there's probably no point in actually keeping those. In fact, it might be better to just replace them with a different block. But I wanted to check in because one thing I've thought about doing... What are you doing here, Mr. Cobblestone? You do not belong here. Actually is... the reason this isn't dirt is because the water won't extend all the way, but I'm thinking about putting little bits of water, maybe. And, I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. I think that if I were to keep like water off here on the side, it would be able to reach all the way over here. And it would increase the yield. I don't know. I kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there was something else I was going to check in with you about. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be right back. Oh, yeah, that's it. Sorry. Such a forgetful, all over the place. My mind is just, it goes too fast to the point that it doesn't work. But has anybody else ever noticed that when they plant like that, like it feels like you're getting frame lag? Like every time I plant going sideways like this now, and this wasn't always the case, but it feels very jittery. But there's a slight pause each time I plant. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. I'm getting a clean 60 FPS while I'm planting, so I don't know. Yeah, then these two bottom layers are going to be for other crops. Cactus and sugarcane, most likely, and I'll figure out some way to automatically harvest and collect those. Alright, I'll be right back with you. Alright, everybody. I was building it, and my son was like, "What are you building? Is that a fort?" So I must be doing a good job. But I just kind of want to give you a sense of how it's going to look. This is the progress I've made so far. What makes it time-consuming is just constantly switching back and forth between the different blocks. That, and like I want to make sure that there's no sand or empty space or anything underneath the glass. So I keep having to go back. I should probably be using my silk touch pick so I don't waste the glass here. Let's see here. So this is how it's going to look, and one of the hardest part I think is going to be, I'm going to fill that in eventually, but the hardest part I think is going to be getting it to look natural, you know? It's kind of hard whenever you start from scratch. Everything in Minecraft looks kind of blocky. And I do want it to look natural, so a lot of it is going to be me just shaping it, I think. Fill that in. Very nice. I'll fill the rest of it in later off camera. Like I do want there to be a flat area here. Oop, I forgot our glass there. And I do want there to be a little bit of beach right here, I think. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll make all of it stone. But down at the bottom I do want there to be a little bit of beach, and I want it to kind of blend in like that. That's how it's going to look. It looks relatively natural over here. Right there I'm still kind of working with it. And then the top, I think I'm going to tear down all the trees and whatnot. So yeah, that's how it's going. I can probably get started on the other side now if I want to. No, I was just going to mention briefly this story that I read, and this one might be a little harder to kind of figure out. I think I might make this side like really steep and kind of blend it in with that. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So I read this story. I think I saw it on Reddit, to be honest. Oh, I need cobble. And it was about, like, I don't know. I'm sure that some of you who watch me are younger, are probably still deciding on things as far as life and what you want to do and all that kind of stuff goes. I remember growing up just kind of, I don't know, we're in a generation where a lot of the really exciting things, like I loved reading stories about like exploration and space is the one area where I think this still applies. Discovering new things, inventing new things, and invention, yeah, that's always. Okay, I guess I can't have glass right here, can I? Well, we'll just have to make it blend in. So, I mean, there are still areas and whatnot, but some things it's like, yep, everything's been discovered. Sorry, nothing new to do. So it was really cool to see this on Reddit, where we actually discovered a new part of the body, and it's like, wait, what? Like, the body? Didn't we have that mapped out like centuries ago? Good, yeah, I think that looks all right. And so it was very exciting, I think, for people. I'm just going to make all of this here cobble, I think. Well, I would if I had more cobble, dang it. So what they discovered is it's a lymphatic system, and a lymphatic system, if you're familiar with it, or at least the one that we were aware of, it kind of helps to filter out, like if you're sick, it helps to filter out all the bad stuff. Right, that's why oftentimes when you're sick, your lymphatic system will swell up, and you can actually feel them. One time my brother swelled up so bad they thought he had, oh gosh, it's a lymphoma. It's a type of lymphatic cancer. Thankfully he didn't have it though. So anyways, but they discovered a new lymphatic system that is associated with the brain and with the immune system, or with the nervous system, I think. So it may kind of clue us into things that we can do to help people with kind of nervous system disorders. Those seem too equally spaced out. Oh well. Oh well. So, but the cool thing, if you really want to know more about it, don't listen to me. I'm not an expert on this or anything. I just thought it was cool because it's like, here is this human body, which everybody kind of assumed we had perfected, that we knew, a lot about it. At least we knew everything that was inside of it, right? And what it did, for the most part. And then there's this huge discovery that shows, like, hey, there's still a lot out there that we don't know. There's still a lot left to be explored and discovered, new things to be invented, people to save, all that lovely stuff. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And like, if you're somebody who's still trying to decide, like, if it seems like the profession, there's nothing new to do in the profession, and that's something that you like to do, is to come up with new ideas and discover new things. Like, even if it seems like we know everything that we know about it, I wouldn't give up quite so easily, because there's always new information being discovered, always new things being learned, which is very very cool, I think. It's a cool part of being human. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's going to be it from me for today. We're of course going to add a little bit of depth here and there on this. That's going to make it look too unnatural, I have a feeling. Maybe not. Maybe not. So eventually this whole entire thing is going to be covered in this same pattern. And there'll be bits of glowstone thrown in as well for lighting. In fact, this like whole thing is going to be covered in this same pattern. Well, I did manage to get some stuff cleaned up. I really need to get this entrance in order. I actually think what I'm going to do is just close this off. If I do have an entrance to it, I don't know, I'll build like another staircase piston thing like I have over there. And then I'll just have the staircase wrap around and go up into this room, I think is what I'm going to do. So, yeah. I am happy with this room. Again, it's not quite finished, but I think it looks good. I really like the walls, and I like the shape that it creates here as well. That looks pretty cool, I think. Alright. One last thing is I've started my... Ooh, no, bad Tyler. Bad Tyler, you must put that there. Oh, bad Tyler. Where's... Do I have any more smooth? Nope. Boop. There we go. I started my Inferno Mines Rules That Matter playthrough. And Rules That Matter is an idea that I think Milby came up with. Zisto's done similar series, but you, the viewers, can suggest rules that I have to follow in my CTM maps. You know, it could be anything, really. It could be goofy, it could be silly, it could be serious. Somebody already suggested no fire resist potions. The one rule that I have for myself are no ender pearls. The first rule that I gave for myself was no ender pearls. But you could do, like, I don't know, you have to travel through an area on a minecart. You can't, like, walk through the area or something. I don't know. I just come up with something that you think would make for good video. And you can suggest that in the comments either of this video or in the Inferno Mines video. Alright, so I managed to get quite a bit done that day, and I've managed to get even more done since then. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with this area. And of course the sandstone stairs will probably go, but I just left them in for now. Go away. Go away. I want, you know, I don't mind a little bit of sand showing. I think it kind of makes it look like it's falling apart. Uh-oh. Did I miss a thing? I saw brown. Oh, there's still a little bit of space back there, huh? Bloop. Oh well, we'll fix that later. So yeah, let's get a look at it from a distance. I've done a similar build to this on a single-player world, on a much larger scale, if you can imagine that. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if I want to keep the trees or not. And again, this, like, there's the little courtyard area that I need to work on. But overall, I like the aesthetic of it. And then lighting is another thing that I need to work on. So I think next episode we may build ourselves a pumpkin farm, so that I can start using those. Especially as glowstone is so sparse in the nether here for some reason. Although I haven't traveled that much farther out in the nether. Last time I went in, I did discover a second nether fortress, like right next to the one that we already have. You may wonder what in the heck I'm doing out in the middle of the ocean. While this episode is already pretty long, I did want to spend a little bit of time just chatting about things that have happened recently that have been on my mind, kind of thing. So first off, I got my very first dislike on a video. And I'm kind of a sensitive guy. My feelings can get hurt very easily. And it hurt my feelings to see that somebody disliked one of my videos. And whatnot, and it was the UHC video that I put out. Honestly, though, I don't blame them. I think I was kind of being a little cocky. When I play my CTM maps, I can be a little cocky too. Honestly, I don't know. I think it may partly be growing up in a family full of very, very competitive guys. My dad and my two older brothers constantly competing. And I was like, I don't know. So that comes out in me sometimes. So I apologize if in that video I was being a butthead at all. But getting the dislike, I don't know, it was weird. It's just like, oh, I don't want anybody to dislike me. But whatever, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. And just completely disregard any criticism. I don't care what you guys say to me. I'm just going to, I can't hear you. That's what my son does. So right now that does not blend in at all. But again, eventually that entire freaking mountain, I think, is going to be looking like that. It looks even better from farther away, and I like the trees actually from farther away too. But the torches, yeah, the torches really got to go. I need better lighting. Okay, so we have that project. We have this project still going. We'll have tons of projects going on there. And another thing that I need to get started on rather soon. Do you guys see that out there? There's light right there. That's probably from me, from something that I did. Well, anyways, I want to get started on a mob farm. Gosh, it might be smarter to put it like closer this way, because this over here is all lit up, and get it farther away from these two islands. Originally, I was going to put it over there where I had found that huge room, but WT Racer wants to do the TNT factory. Maybe I'll build it if he doesn't ever want it. He's so used to creative. He's not he's kind of lazy when it comes to survival. Anyways, yeah, let's go down. I need to find a place to start building it. Gosh, right here. It would look so much better out here, though. Cause yeah, I do think that I want to. Yeah, we'll put it out here. That's okay. Wait, right here? Yeah. Yeah, right here. This is perfect. Nice and deep. I know I just said the iron farm, didn't want to do any more builds with water, but I do think that I want to have it kind of... Ooh, and I hear caves already. Want to have it sticking out of the water so that you can see it from underneath the ocean a little bit. The mob farm, so... yeah. So yeah, the dislike, that was interesting. Making videos and stuff, it's very... This is going to be fun. It's just... I don't know, it kind of allows you to be very self-reflective. I mean, if you want to be. You don't have to be. I watch my videos a lot, though. That doesn't sound like conceited. Oh, well, somebody's clearly been here. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We want to do that. Because it is lit up. But, you know, I kind of learn a lot about myself watching my videos. And I become an object of study for myself. It's interesting. It looks like this may have been like where the world border was, and I stopped caving or something. I hear lava. This video can't go on too much longer. So that was, I don't know, the dislike was interesting, and I imagine if I keep making videos, and especially if I keep kind of letting more and more of myself come out in my videos, both the good and the bad, that I'll get a lot more of those dislikes. So yeah. What else? What else? Last night I went and saw a comedian who goes by the name of Eddie Izzard. Very funny British guy. He calls himself he kind of dresses up. He has this whole act and whatnot. And his comedy is often very intellectual, very historical as well. And with both of my parents being history teachers, you know, history has always been a huge part of my life. And so it was very cool to get to see him. And he spoke a lot about, ooh, diamond. He had some stuff about World War II. He talks a lot about the Greeks and the Romans and Genghis Khan. He pronounced it Gengis or Gengis. I don't know. The guy is pretty dang smart. He's been in quite a few movies too. He had his own show called, oh, what was it called? It was on FX. The Riches, I think. He was in that Beatles musical. He played the carnival worker. I don't know if you've ever seen that or not. He was in Mystery Men with Ben Stiller. He plays one of the disco guys. Yeah, so he's you know, he's an actor, comedian guy. He's pretty dang funny. But this tour that he's on, and I find this amazing. He's going around the world, 27 different countries, and he's touring apparently in the native language of each place. And so he's learning the languages as he goes. And a lot of them he already knows. He went to Berlin, I guess, so he knows German, French, and even the show last night, parts of it he was doing in German and French, and he was like testing out jokes to see if we would get them. One about Martin Luther posting the 95 treatises on the door of the church, and the 96th one blows away, and he's just like, oh, whatever. And he did the entire thing in German, and the audience got it, and he thought that was cool that he could do it in a different language and we would still understand it. But anyways, he also plans on doing it in freaking Arabic, so he's going to learn Arabic. It's just like, man, I don't know. A lot of his bit was kind of condescending. The place that I live kind of has a reputation for being a not so bright place. And even in like mainstream media, there's like a famous scene in a film. I'm not going to go into it, but we are kind of known as the outhouse of California. Anyways, so he was kind of cracking jokes and being somewhat condescending to the people here. And he's like, I know you people who live here would rather just eat cake and watch TV, but you should learn some languages. And I definitely agree. I think learning different languages is a positive thing. Alright. So this looks like a good place to start. And there's more cave this way for the mob farm, and it's already nice and lit up down here too, for the most part. Anyways, you should check him out if you've never seen him. He's very, very fascinating. My favorite special of his, or stand-up routine of his, is it's called Dress to Kill. It's a much older one, so you might check that out. Again, a lot of historical humor. He has a great bit on Stonehenge. If you see my Wayward Wonders playthrough, I kind of referenced that a bit, allude to that a bit. What's a henge, anyways? And then, you know, he actually goes into the history of it too, about how they transported the stones hundreds of miles and what it must have been like for those guys. Like, so you're building a henge, are you? You're having us move these stones hundreds of miles to build a henge, huh? Interesting. Hope it's worth it. I can't really do the accent, but it's really, really funny stuff. You should check them out if you've never seen them. Yeah. Alright, so I think this is where we're going to start with the mob farm. Ooh, I see more darkness up here. And little villager guys. Hello. Good to see you again. In my infernal minds, I'm contemplating a rule where I can't kill creepers. Where I have to, the only way I can get rid of them is to let them explode. Ooh. Floating gravel. Oh, it sounds like there's more cave this way too. Finally, the last thing I want to talk about, and then I promise this video will be over, is I went and saw the movie Tomorrowland. Disney movie. And it's like, well, how do they make a movie out of Tomorrowland? They made a freaking movie out of battleships, so, you know, oh gosh, hello, just, yes, a river of zombies. Very nice. Oh, hi. Can we get a record? Let's get a record. Or almost die, that works too. And it was actually a decent movie, but if you think about a lot of it, it's very I don't know. Like the basic concept behind it. Oh my gosh, is that is there? I think there's. Hello. There's a cave like above me. Is that essentially they took like the smartest people in the world. Maybe there's not anything above me. Maybe this is just no. And they found a way, like Edison and Tesla and Jules Verne, like found a way to travel through dimensions, and they create their own dimension where all the smart people can go to kind of do things that will benefit humanity, right? And so, but then the conflict in the movie, or the plot in the movie, essentially revolves around they've created this place and they're ready to reveal it to the world, but somebody invented this device that tells you when the world is going to end, and it's saying there's a 100% chance that the world is going to end. And so they decide not to open it up and to just give up and lose hope. And so the movie is kind of about cynicism and about how we need to stay optimistic and continue to believe and these kinds of things. And it's very hopeful, but at the same time, like if you think about a lot of that stuff, like it kind of criticizes teachers for like trying to teach their students about world disasters rather than inspiring them. It criticizes people who are like alarmist about climate change. It criticizes governments for getting in the way of innovation and becoming overly cynical. And you know, there's a lot of truth, I think, to some of these claims. But gosh, when you think about it, and then this idea that you take the smartest people in the world and you lock them up and you give them their own world, and the evil villain Hugh Laurie is kind of set on like preserving this world. And if you know Walt Disney and the era that he grew up in, there was like, and the Tomorrowland, like a lot of it, there was a lot of stuff about eugenics, which is essentially like controlling the gene pool and trying to create like a master race, like Nazi type stuff. Like yeah, like the movie almost has some undercurrents of that. And so there's like a lot of, it's like, cool movie, let's be optimistic and hopeful, and yeah, let's encourage kids to do science and stuff and whatnot, but like there's some other stuff going on that you really gotta question and think about. So you should go check out the movie if you're interested. All right. Well, so this is going to be the location of the mob farm. I know I got a lot of stuff going on, but I think that's good. It'll help keep me busy. We got this. We got the Ravine project, combat simulator, combat training thing that I'm going to do, parkour, jump course, whatever you want to call it. Hello, Mrs. Witch. Good to see you again. Oh, no! What an arm. What an arm indeed. Yeah, and then we got the mob farm, and we got all this stuff going on at my main base. So, yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for me for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.